USC Football Content, we're here to light the fire. Spitting facts and stats, you know we never tire. Bringing the heat up, that action won't retire. Busting through the mic, our voices never expire. We ignite the spirit, never fading out. Light the torch, USC fans rise up high. On this podcast, we aim for the sky. Knowledge and entertainment never lie. Together we stand, let the truth amplify.
What's going on, Trojan fans? Welcome back to another live episode of the Light the Torch podcast, and of course, it's still the postseason. So we're pretty much going to be kind of covering some transfer portal stuff, and also some of the re-signees that we have, and also just go over some of the newer what other information have we really heard from? Really, just our departures at this point with Makai and Jacoby. So we'll go through all that. So let's go ahead and just introduce the guys real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get right into the nitty gritty here. So of course, to my right, we got Mr. B Jones. How's it going, B Jones? Fix your microphone too, by the way. But yeah, and then underneath us, we have Guns. How's it going, Guns?
Doing good, guys. Fight on.
And Raul will be in here in a little bit. He's just running a little bit late, so we just decided to start without him, and he'll jump in when he can. So let's go ahead and get started here. So shout outs to Joe Boyd, always being here early. And but yeah, so let's go ahead and let's start off with the big news that just recently got announced. We knew about Jacoby from yesterday, but today Makai Lemon has announced that they will both be entering the NFL draft. So we were kind of expecting this, especially with Makai. We were kind of 50-50 on Jacoby if he should come back or not. The dude's still a baller. He's still probably going to get some looks in the NFL draft. So because the NFL draft is pretty slim on great good wide receivers to draft, and we already have like 2 of the top 10 of the wide receivers in this draft. So I wouldn't be surprised if they both get picked within the top of the first 4 rounds. We all know Makai's going to get picked in the first round, but we'll see where Jacoby lands. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts about these 2 legends, or just these 2 great receivers going into the NFL draft? B Jones.
Yeah, man.
Fix your microphone. You still sound really far away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
While you're fixing that, I'll go with Guns then first.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's obviously sucks to see you guys leave, but this is a good thing, right? I mean, you want your guys to go to the draft and be first rounders, second rounders, and ball out. So yeah, definitely gonna miss Makai Lemon, man. It was great to get a chance to watch him live. Obviously, Jacoby as well, and yeah, just looking forward to following their NFL careers.
Yeah. Well, what about you, B Jones? Is your microphone fixed? Yeah, you sound so super far away. Let me see if I can do something on my end here, because it just sounds super far away. Let's see.
What's up? Hold on.
Try now. No. I really don't know what's going on with your microphone.
All right. No, still nothing.
That's better.
Okay. All right. So for me, Makai is someone that we all expected to go to the draft, of course. Last show I was here begging and pleading Kobe to stay. So, but I'm not mad at his decision. We do have to understand that school is not for everyone. You know what I mean? And, that became a big part of his decision. So, I mean, I thought he could do himself a great deal of do himself a favor by coming back next year. But I'm not upset with his decision. I just pray that it's not like we've seen before. When guys go early. But being like you said, like you mentioned, this draft class is not deepest draft class ever. So it should be a pretty high pick.
Yeah. He was already getting some early first round buzz at the very beginning of the year. He had some injuries throughout this season, but he still made some insane catches and still had some really good moments and just really good. Like, it was basically just Mekhi, Lemon, and Jacoby for pretty much this whole season. Then Tanook started to take off towards the end. But yeah, Mekhi was pretty much guaranteed to go out into the NFL draft. It would have been, honestly, it would have been kind of dumb if he didn't. Granted, I think his NIL deals could have been really good if he came back, but I don't blame him. And Jacoby, he's definitely going to be a jump ball specialist in the NFL, and he just gets a little bit more muscle on him, so he can compete with some of those stronger DBs out there. But I definitely do plan on seeing him on Sundays and getting his name called and walking up on that stage. But yeah, so shout outs to them, and good luck to their draft stocks, and good luck in the NFL. USC's players have been doing great at the wide receiver position this year. Of course, Amon-Ra's been going off. Drake London's been having a great season. He's been a little bit injured, but then Jordan Addison has been plagued by the 9, so that sucks for him. But and Michael Pittman, he just kind of hasn't had the most consistent quarterback play for him, so hopefully that can get sorted out for him at Indy. But other than that, shout outs to them. So, any last words before we move on to the next topic here? Nope. All right, let's go ahead and move on. We've already seen people talk about this here, the transfer portal departures. So I know a lot of people have been seeing who's been leaving. So Walker Lyons has indeed been. It's been rumored for a little bit that he's going to be entering, and he's basically informed Hayes Fawcett or whatever, however you say his name, that he's going to be entering the transfer portal. So, not really surprising in a sense. Yes and no for me. But what are you guys' thoughts about Walker Lyons transferring Guns?
Yeah, it certainly sucks. Was liking the potential of Bowman Lions kind of duo, right? We ran a lot of 12 personnel this past year. It's what we always wanted this past couple of years with the tight end room, and it came to fruition. But I do understand it. Again, right? Paid a lot of money for Bowman to come to USC. You got Josiah Jefferson, the JUCO kid. Like the room is pretty deep, so. I can understand where he's coming from and looking to find a spot to flourish. So hope all the best. Looking forward to seeing where he goes and all that. But yeah, I mean it is what it is in today's era. So
yeah. What about you, B. Jones?
Yeah, man. I'm not surprised by this one. This is something kind of speculated towards the beginning of the season when, it was kind of strange to me that Ryder wasn't committing. I mean, I'm like, at this point, it's kind of like he's not committing because he knows something. He's been around the program, more than anybody up to that point. So I was like, if he's not committing, then that means Walker's probably out of here. So that may be the case. I mean, we don't know, but I think we're fine as far as, that standpoint. But you hate to see any of these guys go. You build relationships with these guys and the parents and everything, and families and the friends of these guys. So we hope he lands in a good situation for him and hope it works out.
Yeah, just to let you know, your microphone is still having some weird habits going on right now. But really quick shout outs to Christen here for the $5 dono. BC, me, and Gus discussed off camera, approved and agreed Cena was not the best. Okay, Linda McMahon was better. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm glad you wasted $5 just to get that comment read out there. Christen. So have fun being wrong. So appreciate the $5 dono. Yeah. All right, but yeah, it definitely sucks that he's transferring. He made some really good. He had some really good moments for us. Made some good plays, and he most likely would have been easily uh, tight end number 1 or 2 behind Josiah. Like Josiah definitely is. He's coming in from JUCO, and from what I haven't really looked at his highlights, but Gunn says he blocks and he's a good. He can be lined up anywhere on the field, so that's definitely what we're going to need. And since we want to run a 12-man personnel, having him and Bowman out there, and then we also do have some other young guys that are out there with Tupuo, the guy who was talking mad stuff to UCLA, and then we also have Gabe's favorite player, Joey Olsen, out there. I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of him in this upcoming bowl game, the Alamo Bowl, and Carson Tabarachi, Walter Matthews. So we still have players. It's just not very what is it called, experience, at least on the field as of late. Carson has been on the field when Lake was hurt, but other than that, it's pretty thin when it comes to experience. So we're definitely going to see what we have next season in this Alamo Bowl. But then moving on to Devin Tompkins. Devin Tompkins it has entered the transfer portal. A lot of people he was basically kind of like the locker room leader, especially for the defense. And he's a fifth-year senior, and he's going to have 1 year of eligibility left. And he's decided to enter the transfer portal. And just as long as you stay away from Anthony Jones up there or Tony Jones, his I'm not even going to say it anymore because that dude's still talking smack. But yeah, so what are you guys' thoughts about Devin Tompkins transferring for 1 more year? So B. Jones.
Well, I guess I'll go ahead and address this. So he said it's mediocre. That's fine. The man played out of position all season, being an undersized D tackle. And tell me it's mediocre. When everyone out, I definitely said, if you've been watching the show, you definitely heard me say that he needs to be playing on the outside. I don't know what you're talking about, but yes, sure, I'll eat that one up. You know,
well, you did say we would have a top 25 defense.
Yeah. Hey, like we all did. We all thought that we'd get a little more production out of our interior.
No, but you were really hammering it home.
Hey, I was a believer. You know?
Yeah, I'm just messing with you. I believed it too. I was really in the believer of it. But yeah, what about you, Guns? What are your thoughts about Devin Tompkins leaving?
Yeah, I mean, my thoughts is I hate to say it, I feel like we're not really losing a big loss. Again, I agree with B. Jones. I mean, the guy was playing the position. Probably could have played more. Should have played more outside. I can understand why they try to push him more inside this past year with Lucas, Shelby, and Cam. But kind of looking right into the 26, you know, I could have envisioned him playing more outside this 26 season. It is what it is. Like I said, with all these guys, you can say this is probably the biggest loss so far from a production standpoint, but the production wasn't consistent in my opinion. So we're gonna get our guys obviously when it happens. The port opens in a second, but I hope all the best, man. I mean, I think the story is kind of where I'm at with the kid is, you know, Cali kid, North Cal, right? He was pretty skinny kid, bulked up to 275 or whatever the case may be. Like the story in itself was great, and I agree, he was a locker room leader. Everyone loved him, called him a captain, right? Stuff like that. So that definitely sucks just from that standpoint.
Yeah. And let's see, what else are we seeing in the chat here? Now, Wayne, we may open it up at the end, depending on where we're on time. But yeah, we'll definitely put a link in there. So stay tuned towards the end, and we can go ahead and get you in here. And shouts to Anthony James for being here. Paulie's here. Shout out to Paulie.
Oh,
And then, but yeah, yeah. Carter Sports knows. He knows. We'll drop the. We'll drop. But yeah, other than that, any other people who have recently decided to transfer? Who else have we heard about that's going to transfer? Are those like the two that we've heard since we did our last show?
Yeah, this one didn't really make huge news, which is understandable. No disrespect to the kid. Gage Roy, walk-on quarterback. He was the kid that threw the 2-point conversion in the UCLA game. Looks like he hit the portal. Is moving on, so he'll look to find a new place as well. But yeah, as of right now, we have 16 total kids have left, and we're at 109 according to my numbers. So we're getting close to that 105 number, and yeah.
Well, shout outs to Gage. He had a really fun moment in that last game, having that 2-point conversion, and then we're also going to be losing Sam Heward, and then hopefully we can convince Hassan Longstreet to stay and just develop behind Jaden here. I know a lot of people have been worried about Hassan Longstreet transferring here, so at this point, like, just because you get early playing time doesn't mean it's going to be a good thing. Ask Malachi Nelson. Yeah, like he transferred to Boise State and now went to UTEP. Had the starting job at UTEP, but he got benched halfway through the year. So at this point, you should. The proof is in the pudding when it comes to Lincoln Riley. So definitely want to learn from the best and be to play amongst the best, especially in the NFL. But we have breaking news. B. Jones is transferring to Ann Arbor, and also apparently I'm going to be coaching. I'll be the head coach at Michigan, so I'm going to be your head coach there, B. Jones. So how does that make you feel? I'll play you at edge. Don't worry about it.
Guys, did this happen on NCAA or something? What? No, I'm good, man. I'm cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. But yeah,
Don't worry. I'm not going to have inappropriate relations with a staff member. Just maybe one of the players' moms.
Hey, Amy watches the show, bro.
Does she?
Why you looking over your shoulder?
I'll hear about it if when I leave. But no, that's kind of a jab at Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, I'm going back to the Houston kind of saga, right? There was an article that put out yesterday from On3. There was a lot of from his father's quotes. The one quote that really stood out to me was if he decided to leave, at least, and they failed, at least he tried. That was kind of like the quote, not verbatim, but that kind of stood out to me, is that kind of seems like we could see him leave. But I mean, if they really can sit down and understand, like, this kid, we don't have the red shirt, right? So there's no restrictions for him to be in packages anymore, right? He could literally be in a package every game for the next season, 12 games, right? And the future, this is Jaden's last year. It's just going to be him and Jonas, and then you obviously bring on another kid. Like the path for him to start I feel like is much easier than going to another school. You can obviously say not, because he can go to a school that doesn't have a quarterback and he starts right away. But I don't know. Seems like the best decision, and maybe I'm biased, obviously, because I'm a Trojan fan, but I think it would be great to keep him.
Yeah, like right now, what teams are really needing the quarterback right now to really kind of start right off the bat? Unless you go to maybe a lower division, or maybe a G5 team or whatever. I'm not sure if there's really any teams in the Power Four conferences that really need a starting quarterback right off the bat that hasn't had too much experience. So I really hope he gets some really good advice to stay with Lincoln Riley and learn behind him and see all the improvements that Jaden has done from even going back to UNLV. Like, he was still very raw at UNLV, and he had some very good moments the first 4 starts, but then from those 4 starts to this whole season, the dude has just completely turned everything around when it comes to the narrative around him. A lot of people there was a lot of people, a lot of talking heads, a lot of YouTubers who cover college sports wrote Jaden off and just said that he was too much of a liability when it comes to turnovers. Like, that's basically what he improved the most on when it came to this year. I think he only had 1 game or 1 or 2 games that he had 2 interceptions, and the dude, he went like 5 or 6 straight games without an interception right off the bat. So the dude was a main focal point, and like he drastically improved. So let's see here. Let's see what the chat is saying here. So he could go to Florida. I mean, yeah, he could, but who knows about the head coach and like when it comes to coaching quarterbacks. So, and then
I did. Oh, sorry. Go
ahead.
Oh, I actually did respond to that in the chat. Sounds like Florida's going to probably take the Georgia Tech QB transfer since the OC went to Florida.
Okay.
But still, I mean, there's to that other comment, right? There is a lot of experience, right? Longstreet doesn't have experience. I would assume a program wants to have a kid with experience to play. So
you mentioned like the championship programs. What to? That he wanted to go to a contender, right? And be a part of that.
Yeah, right now I don't even think he's in the top 10 of quarterbacks that are in the transfer portal right now. Like, if he did enter the transfer portal. And shout outs to Solo Dello, by the way. But yeah, like, I mean, he might be in the top 10, but right now there's a lot more coveted players that are entering the transfer portal when it opens that are more experienced and has more just more experience in general.
Mm-hmm.
Let's cut the crap for a minute, man. Let's get real for a minute. Longstreets, man, if y'all are listening, right, let us be that outside voice right now. Y'all need to hear it right now. Being real with you. You're not going to find a better situation than what you're in right now. I guarantee you, you ask DJ Lagway, you ask Dylan Raiola, the guys who turned down Lincoln Riley, I guarantee you they will tell you that they wish they never had. Got to trust the process, man. It's right there. The proven track record is there. So, I don't know. I mean, you're going to go somewhere and fall into a worse situation.
Mm-hmm.
So at least you know what's in front of you right now.
So Jordan says, let's flip the topic. Is there anyone in the portal or suspected to enter the portal that you would want, and why is it Dylan Raiola? I did not see that last part. I don't know why I read that question there, Jordan. It's definitely not Jordan. Or, I mean, it's not Dylan Raiola. Definitely not him. And shout outs to Josh. But yeah, definitely, like, I don't even want to try to think of any other players that would come over to USC. I want Hassan Longstreet to stay. I feel like he is the future as long as he stays and has 1 more year, and he's going to get some more playing time. I'm sure Lincoln Riley won't be too nervous about having to worry about the redshirt situation. So definitely what we saw when it came to the red zone situation, I'm pretty sure we'll see a lot more of that, especially what he did in that Illinois game, and he got that touchdown. So
exactly.
Listen, another thing is too, if you're not going to Ohio State, you're not going to find an equal or even better receiver situation either. You got everything laid out, man. is really in your court right now. So I don't know. It just doesn't make sense at all for me.
I mean, Texas A&M can always try to get back into that.
So you say the A&M's receiver class is as good?
Say that again?
A&M's receivers are as good as better or better?
They have that one 5-star that got hurt. I don't know what their situation is about, so I can't honestly say that. But honestly, I would take our wide receivers over anyone else, except for Ohio State. So I don't know about. I mean, A&M could have some good receivers, but I think Concepcion is gone. So
yeah, I mean they're always gonna have the money to find wide receivers, but like from a high school perspective, yeah, they're not close to us, or they're not close to many schools, in my opinion. So,
but yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Let's talk about the whole resign, the USC the players that have resigned with USC. And I know people hate to hear that, but yes, this is the day and age of resigning. So it's NIL. The NIL era is here. So luckily, we've started to see a lot of our core offensive linemen have re-signed. Justin Tianu has re-signed. Let's see, Killian O'Connor. A lot of people, I thought he was done with kind of his eligibility, but he's coming back. And then let's see here, who else re-signed on the offensive line? Let's see, who else has Tobias Raymond has re-signed. So that's a core of our offensive line. So we definitely should have easily one of the best offensive line next year. And also, more notable re-signees, Tanook Hines is back. So wide receiver 1 is coming back, and Prophet Brown, Ryan Sierri, definitely going to have another. The other kicker, he's pretty much gone already. So, or is he a senior?
He has eligibility.
He might as well.
I did see a comment from Trevino that he probably will hit the portal, but yeah.
Yeah, because Ryan's definitely going to be our kicker this year, and he's probably going to be easily the best kicker next year. Zacharias Williams is coming back. He re-signed. Let's see here. Who else? I know I'm missing one person, and I want to save him for last, so don't yell at me in the chat here. Let's see who else has re-signed that we've known. Chasen Johnson's coming back, and then Romero Eisen is coming back, and the last two, D Reddick, and the last two that we got to talk about is Jakeem Stewart and Mr. QB1, Jaden Mayala. We've been talking about him already. We all know that he's going to take the next step. Year 2 under Lincoln Riley, a full off season again. Like, is he gonna break the 4,000 yards? You think this year, or is it going to be rough when it comes to having new wide receivers that he's going to have to get familiar with? So, but really quick. So, what are your guys' thoughts about all these re-signees that we've had? B. Jones.
First off, man, I think people need to relax on the terminology that's being used with this resigning. It happens every year, man. People have to resign their stuff. Chill out. But what I do like about it is we're ahead of the curve as far as we know that college football is going towards an NFL model, man. We're operating like one, so like an NFL team. So that definitely hasn't always been the case for us, as we know, man. We've been playing from behind a lot over the past decade, James. You know what I mean? So for us to get ahead of things, man, it's kind of refreshing. So I think y'all need to change your mindset on how y'all feel about this. Yes, college football is changing, right? So meaning some terminology is going to be changing too, man. It's okay. Still the same thing, man, just different terminology.
Don't start sounding like a boomer out there hating on this, because that's what it is now.
Don't be the blockbuster to Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Better adapt. So, anyways, as far as personnel, yeah, man, looks like all the contributors that the major contributors from last year are returning outside of the few guys that we mentioned earlier. So excited to see it, especially for Blackiechainz boy Ryan, Chris's boy. He definitely, we definitely need him as our kicker next year. He's been doing a good job up to this point.
Joe Clapp, Anthony.
Yeah.
Jenkins. Joe Clapp is what you're talking about. Joe Clapp was he was clowning on us for this, but other schools are doing it. Lenore Sellers did it or whatever. Other schools are doing it. It's just we're the innovators of it. I'm sure we're going to start seeing other schools following in our footsteps or whatever. So it is what it is, people. But what are your thoughts, Guns, of all of this?
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I mean, I dig it. I like how we're actually like posting it from our own personal account, right? Like some of these other re-signings have just been from like an insider or whatnot. So I mean, from that perspective, I like it. We got that NFL kind of model, right? You got the picture behind them, got the helmet, got them signing the piece of paper. It's great to see. Love that we got Jakeem. It's pretty crazy. This man played a full season with the stress fracture in his foot. Just imagine what he could do, right, in a whole full season of health in 26. Obviously, our QB1. Some might not agree here. We got our CB1 with Chasen Johnson. We got him re-signed. We got some guys back. I'm excited. And obviously, there's going to be a lot more to come in the near future. I'm sure there's a few individuals we're still waiting on. We'll see what happens with those, but it's exciting. I think anytime you can get this out in the news, regardless if people don't like it, I think it's good. So people are talking about it.
Yeah, and it's not like they're doing anything flashy, like making a big video about it. It's just them in their contractual agreements. That's literally what it is. All your players are doing it. It's just that we're putting it out there. So don't act like this is something that USC is doing just to be cringy or whatever. Your team is doing it. They're just not posting about it. So stop talking about it. Like it's a nothing burger, and you guys are just trying to find anything to hate USC for. So like y'all need to really just stop. So, but yeah, it's great that Jaden's coming back, and Jakeem, like you were saying, Guns, he was playing with a fractured foot. So imagine it, like I know a lot of people were wondering why he was missing out on Mondays. He was basically trying to recover and be at full strength and be ready to play the next week. So I know like there were some games that he didn't make it. It's probably because his foot was just in so much pain. So the fact that he was playing like this and still played at a high level, just imagine him fully healthy next year. Like the dude's going to be All-American. Like he already made some very explosive plays on that fractured foot. So I'm really happy that he's back, and ain't no way Chad Bowden was going to let him go to another team. I could have said another wording, but I'm not going to shout out to one of our chat members. But yeah, any last words about the re-signees before we move on to some newsworthy kind of stuff that people are kind of freaking out about, and B. Jones is really wanting to put the fire to the flame to this because B. Jones wants him gone. Don't tell me you don't want him gone when you're doing this over here, getting ready to talk about him.
I will tell you what I think in a minute when you get to it.
I just told everyone what you think.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. All right, so we're moving on here. So there has been some rumors. There was rumors last year, and we were all hoping that it wasn't true. And now after this last season and how the first quarters or the first halves would go for USC football and just some things that have been going on, Lynn has been heavily rumored to be the defensive coordinator for Penn State. So there is tractions, according to Connor Morissette. If you don't follow on 247 Sports on their bulletin boards, he said that there is legs to this. So what are your thoughts, Guns?
Yeah, I mean, for me, honestly, it sucks. Again, the jury is definitely out on Lynn and calling plays. I want to give him one more year. I definitely do. But jury's definitely out. Um, this is round two. Hopefully we can hopefully we can win round two of this fight with Penn State, and we'll see what happens. What's interesting is he was supposed to speak to the media this week, and he is not speaking to the media this week. Maybe this is just USC trying to, not have him talk to the media, but you would think if somebody's not going to leave, they would want to come out and say that. So, it just spices up that speculation. A great word we like to use in our chats. Hopefully we can keep him for one more year. I think my perspective, he deserves that one more year, and we'll see.
All right. And I will go next because I'll let B. Jones have the spotlight at the very end. Oh, yeah. I just love messing with you. But yeah, so I have mixed emotions about this. There was definitely some good moments that we saw, especially that Michigan game, and then the second halves of our games. Like the second halves, we clearly were shutting people out or holding them to like 3 points. Besides the Oregon game, or besides the Notre Dame game, because we held Oregon for the most part pretty well in the second half. But other than that, it's just like there are some questionable things that kind of throw me off about it. But then when you see what we do in the second half, it just makes me like, what's going on? So I can't think of any other defensive coordinators off the top of my head that I would like to take besides some of the like main ones, like the Georgia DCs or whatever. But it's just like, I like continuity. Granted, we had that with Alex Grinch and we all hated it. So continuity of just bad defense there, B. Jones. So light speed defense. But I would like to try to give him a chance again. Hopefully he can learn from his mistakes like Lincoln Riley has learned from his mistakes. So he's still a young coach. So he's definitely a young defensive coordinator. So there's still going to be some coaching, some growing pains when it comes to being a defensive coordinator. And we've let some of these coaches go before, like Lane Kiffin and all of them, and now look at them doing some great stuff. So we'll definitely see when it comes to that. And it is definitely strange that he is not speaking with us. And I'm sure it could be the fact that Lincoln doesn't want everyone just bombarding him with questions about going to Penn State or whatever. But I think we had him interview last year, even though there was those rumors at the same time. So this could definitely be different. So without further ado,
Oh, was that me?
yeah, that's your name, right? B. Jones.
Thought I went already. No, but listen, I don't dislike the guy. Let's get that out there first and foremost. I'm kind of on the side of guns. I'm kind of 50-50, really. Because it's like these rumors come up every year. It sounds like you want to dip, bro. Like, what I mean? It sounds like you want to get out of here. It's coming up every year. We got to worry about you leaving. And
well, Lincoln Riley does that too.
Well, no, it doesn't come from Lincoln Riley, though. None of it has legs. This apparently has legs.
True.
But, so, I mean, we'll be fine. I'm sure we'll make a great hire, defensive coordinator. We've proven that we make great hires. We're willing to pay. Made him one of the highest paid defensive coordinators. I'm sure we could do it again. It's just I just don't want to be sitting here every year having the same conversation. It's not leaving. And it seems like right now, if he's going to strike, it's going to be right now, right? While the iron's hot, he wants to get to his alma mater. it seems like that's what he wants to do. So go. I'm just being honest, man.
We
Your heart is, then that's where you need to be.
in the situation for that though, like you want, like I want him to go as a head coach, not as a parallel shift when it comes
Lateral
to
move,
a
yeah.
lateral move for his position. So if that's the situation, then he really doesn't want to be at USC. If there's really talks about that, but if it was like for the head coach position, then by all means go for it. Like that's the end goal in these kind of situations, right?
But he keeps entertaining these every year, so it seems like he doesn't mind.
Well, did he really entertain it last year though?
Yes, there was legs then too.
I thought there was no legs. I thought it was really.
Well, I mean, we had to extend him, so I feel like he did entertain it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So Fight on Natty says, "What about Phil Parker for DC?" I doubt it.
Yeah,
I don't think that would be a good.
not a fit.
Not a culture fit for
Yeah,
USC.
yeah.
Like we need someone that I don't know. Like it's kind of hard to like some guy from middle of nowhere Iowa. I don't think would survive really well in a city like Los Angeles.
Right. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if Lynn does leave, I think personally, first option is with promote within. Right, try to keep everyone together as much as possible. Hire an assistant to essentially replace Lynn. Right, maybe let's say Belk becomes the CC. I'm just throwing things out. Right, and then you replace Belk with the safeties coach. Right, because Belk's the safeties guy. Stuff like that. If not, take another run at Pete K, the Texas DC. We were involved with him last when we had the opening with Lynn, right? If he says no again, a name that we've kind of floated around in our chat is Ryan Walters, Washington DC. He's a very experienced DC as well. So I mean, there's gonna be more names out there, obviously, but yeah, I just think that would my personal kind of stepping process on what to do if Lynn leaves. So
Yeah, Anthony James says Doug Belk ? Are you saying you don't like that? He was a DC. He was a DC at his at the place he came from before at Houston, right?
correct. Yeah, he's got experience in DC. Yeah. Now again, I was just really just throwing his name out there for an example, but yeah,
would
he has experience as a DC though. Mhm.
I would have Doug Belk as DC, and then like is let's see who else.
I mean, Henny is co-DC.
Yeah,
I don't
is
think he's
co-DC.
ever called plays before. Could be wrong on that, but I know he's co-DC. So, and then got the fan favorite Rob Ryan. He's been a DC before. Like, there's definitely DC experience out on that staff. So,
Why you gotta say that? Fan favorite? Okay. OGD Lifer says throw a bag at Coach Winningham. I mean, I doubt he would. I don't think he would betray Utah like that. You know, Utah would look at that as a huge betrayal.
well, did get an update just now actually regarding Lynn. So, sounds like Lynn and Penn State are fading away. But now it does sound like other schools are getting involved with Lynn. So basically, Lynn leaving is still potentially could happen. Sounds like Penn State is fading away, and maybe some other schools are joining into the race.
Who said that? Was it Connor said?
Yeah, Connor said the other schools, and then Penn State on 3 guys are saying that he's fading. So
we'll definitely be on top of this. So hopefully by next Sunday we'll find out. But we have a special guest on Sunday. But we'll definitely probably hear some more information by then, and we can still talk about that. But what are you guys' thoughts about if he were to leave? How do you like? Do you foresee anyone leaving? Like when it comes to like the 2026 class. I honestly don't see that happening. If it may be like Henny left and someone else, that could be a different situation.
I agree with you based on things that I've heard through parents and whatnot. I have to say that you're on the right track.
What about you, Guns?
Yeah, if Lynn were to leave, I don't. From what I've heard, I don't see people leaving. So, and if anything could change, obviously. But yeah.
What do you think about everyone that's been? Christen says Jonathan Smith is a good option. I like that. Let's see.
He's got LA ties. Right, I believe he was rumored to go to UCLA. I think he's from Pasadena, something like that. So
What was that one defensive coordinator from Wisconsin that we were talking about last year or the year before?
Wisconsin?
Was it Wisconsin or Iowa? I can't remember, but he was a young defensive coordinator that took a year off or whatever.
Oh, spacing his name. I know who you're talking about. I cannot connect the dots for some reason on the name, but yeah, he was like the interim head coach. Yeah, then took a year off because he didn't get re-signed with Fickle's staff. Yeah, Jim something.
Leonard.
Yeah.
Leonard.
Jim Leonard. There.
Leonard, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. What about Jim Leonard? Do you think we try to circle back on him?
Yeah.
Where is he at anyway?
Maybe Denver Broncos looks like. I think Raphael's kind of updating this.
Oh yeah.
Or he played there, but yeah. Worth a look. You know, there's definitely options out there.
Yeah.
So, and again, it's USC. So,
shout outs to Christen here for the $5 dono. Music making me high. Had a great suggestion, Jonathan Smith. Yeah, thanks for the $5 dono. Appreciate it, man. We're seeing all this stuff. We're seeing all it. You don't have to dono for us to see. I'm trying to skim through it, so but still appreciate the dono, man. But yeah, so. I mean, I guess that's pretty much going to be the rest of this whole situation is just kind of talking about defensive coordinators and who else from the transfer portal. But other than that, what about that? Did the DC for Florida State?
Tony White?
Yeah. Did he get extended? Or no? This was his first year there, right?
Yeah, I mean, there was kind of some rumors that maybe there was going to be staff changes. Didn't see any. Another, Cali Thai coach. So yeah, I mean, definitely worth a look.
Fight on Natty says Joe Rossi or Brad White. I don't know who they are, but Joe Rossi. Who is he then? Coach for?
I mean, I got a question. Oh, Joe Rossi used to be, I think, like Minnesota's DC before, or something like that. Yeah. I think he went to Michigan State. Could be wrong.
It says let me see where it shows that he's at. All right. Oh no, he's still in Minnesota, I think.
Okay, so I got a question. So obviously, a lot of us love Coach O, right, and whatnot. Like, do you? Okay, we want him obviously on the staff no matter what. I guess my question is like, do you think he would actually be a good DC, right? Since we're talking DCs, like, do you think Coach O would be a good DC? I guess is my question to you guys.
I don't know, but real quick here, Christen's saying he's calling out B Jones in his super chat.
What else is new?
Tell me too. Which one?
What now, man? What do I do now, Chris?
I thought we read it. I'm so confused on what I need to read because it looks like we read all of them. I did read your super chat, Christen. I'm confused here. We read it, right? Maybe it just didn't.
Oh, yeah, this one, right?
Yeah. Head coach that got fired. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
talked,
suggestion. Yeah.
like, we just talked about that, Christen. Are you on the? Is your stream super delayed at this point? Because we already talked about that already.
I guess we'll talk about it.
You want to talk about it again? What about Jonathan Smith for DC? D. Jones.
Yes.
All right.
What's up?
We answered your question there. Here, look at Zach Arnett from Mississippi State.
Yeah, I think he just got hired, though, I believe. So I would be interested if he moves on, but been a good DC, definitely not a good head coach. We're not really looking for a head coach, looking for a DC. But even Raphael said, Coach O is not a DC material. I mean, I agree kind of to what my question is, right? He's a great raw guy, right? Let's see what Raphael's saying. Like, good recruiter. Like, DC just, I don't know, just doesn't seem like Coach O. I don't know. So.
Yeah, I would love to have him somewhere associated with the program. I'm not really seeing him calling plays on the defensive side.
Right.
So it just doesn't.
Don't care. Get him on the staff now. Don't care. Anywhere. It don't matter.
So DC then.
I don't care.
So
Staff.
what?
So you would be okay if he's just on the staff, even though we lose.
You ain't got to call no plays. Staff. I don't care where the title is.
Defensive coordinator has to call the plays, B. Jones.
No, you don't.
Who's going to call the plays?
No.
So he should be DC then. Why would you want to call the plays and not get paid defensive coordinator stats?
Hey, if Eddie Orgeron is a recruiter for our team,
Then just pay him a lot of money just to be the head of recruiting.
we don't need to run plays. We have too much talent. Don't even matter what we run.
Then just have him as like the head of recruiting, even though I think BMW's there, but or he's with player relations, I think, or somewhere. I forgot what his title is, but what about this, Mark Stoops?
Would be interesting to see Lincoln bring in another Stoops.
Bring him back because he fired him at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, Mark Stoops, he's had good moments as a defensive coordinator. What about what's his name? What's the head coach for Cal that they just fired?
Justin Wilcox.
Yeah, what about bringing back Wilcox?
Wilcox is actually nice. I like it.
What do you think about
Yeah.
what about Justin Wilcox coming back? Or even just bring him as the linebackers coach.
Yeah, that would be nice.
We're already firing Rob, even though he hasn't been fired yet.
Yeah, and this what I'm gonna say probably is gonna say who I don't like on the staff. But let's say Lynn leaves and we hire somebody outside. I would want that person to keep Coach Henny, Coach Belk, and Coach Reed. I think those three, in my opinion, should be kept. And the others can look elsewhere. Yeah, I think if that situation were to occur, I think we have to like, that's got to be a potential deal breaker where, hey, so and so, if you want to come here, we're gonna need you to keep these number of guys on staff.
Yeah, they have to stay. Like, Henny's he's a top recruiter and he's also a good developer here. So, but what about this here? Jen Cohen hired Jimmy Lake. She also fired him. Is that relationship in good tact to bring him in? There was talks about it last year or the year before.
Yep. He's in LA right now with the Rams. So it would be an easy, move in for him. Wouldn't have to move so far. We wouldn't have to pay his house, right? He's already got a house.
Do you think Chad would be part of that coaching search, or do you think it's just going to be mainly Lane Kiff, or no? Why am I stuck on Lane Kiffin? Lincoln Riley and Mama Jen.
Yeah. Chad will be involved for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Chad was involved with hiring True, so I mean, Chad's definitely going to be. Honestly, Chad's going to have more say than Lincoln.
Do you think Chad has had a talk with Rob?
I hope he's evaluating a lot of things. To me, it seems like Chad is a guy that is going to wait until after the bowl season and evaluate the assistants. In my opinion, that's kind of what we did with Coach Wiley in the strength coach, right? We finished spring camp. Right after spring camp, Coach Wiley was gone. We brought in Coach True. Like, seems like he's a guy who's going to wait until the end of the season, wherever you're at, and make the decision there. So we'll see.
So I want to do this here. I want to play devil's advocate. He hasn't coached college in a long time.
He's not.
Is there any kind of benefit of the doubt in that situation? Dude's been in the NFL this whole time, and then he's been out of the coaching scene really for he's been a linebackers coach, but it's college is different. So, any benefit of the doubt?
Yeah, and that's all he gets for this year. I mean, he gets benefit out of this year. For next year, no.
And he kind of came in a little bit late too.
When you got guys who have never played the position before starting, so you have to teach them the fundamentals, man. So, we get it. You came from the NFL where everybody knows the fundamentals already. But now, if you don't realize that at this point, then you can't do this, bro.
Yeah, but we definitely saw some improvement in some of the linebackers, especially especially like Jaden Walker. Like we didn't know what we had with Jaden Walker, did we? We didn't really know what we had with him. Like, we saw some glimpses early on in the season, and then that's when we decided to kind of really push for Jaden Walker to go out there because he was very aggressive. So and he hasn't been playing linebacker for a long time. He was a wide receiver until his junior year. So, but he could have got all of that coaching from what's his name from FSU's coach, but I don't know. But yeah, Gentry. Well, see, Gentry.
Yes.
The thing, it's weird because Gentry started off really hot this year. He was leading the nation in tackles, and then he kind of got banged up. So I don't know if there was maybe some nagging injuries that were still holding him back, because he was killing it, and we were saying that he was going to be defensive player of the year, he was an All-American. We were talking about him in that. So what happened in that situation? He got hurt.
I feel like he was kind of maybe thrown into a role that he's not built for him, where you could say, right, with the inexperience with Desmond and Jaden, he had to be more of a downhill linebacker, and that's.
But whose fault is that? Rob's fault then, or is that Lynn's fault?
Yeah, that falls on them.
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean,
so
I would think Lynn would want to put all his players in the best position.
What? Devin Tompkins.
But
B. Jones is going down that hill.
Yeah, that's the issue that I have. That I have. So,
all right. So I put the link in the chat here. So I will give us are you guys okay with being here for maybe 10 minutes longer or so to let some people talk here before we head out? because we're at the top of the hour. We probably should have dropped this a while ago, but I'll go ahead and open it up.
I'm good on mine. Yeah.
I think we're going to have a surprise caller for a guy Guns here in a minute. So, go ahead.
I'm just waiting for the first person to be Christen here, or who else? Carter.
I know Carter got a lot to say about the land situation, so go ahead, call in, Carter. Come on, man.
We might have to hold you to like a 2 minute situation on that.
Not on this topic.
Where is Raul? He said he was going to be here.
He lied to us.
Yeah.
Like, at least be in the chat, Raul.
So, if anybody wants to take his place, man, go ahead and call in right now. First person calling.
Christen says the lack of talent and not having the right players. We just didn't have the overall talent. So, is that on Rob Ryan's fault?
Chris, you heard this one before.
No, that's Lynn. Yeah, for sure.
You heard this what I'm about to say before from another one of our friends. Calling in some.
Oh, 49er. Oh, we got a legend in here. What's going on, 49ers?
Hey, I love the show. Love what you guys are doing. Just wanted to shout out my boy Guns. He's the next DC.
Wait, what did you say? He's the next BC? What?
I hope he's the next DC.
Oh,
if Lynn
DC,
leaves,
okay.
hire Guns.
Okay. Is that all you got to say, 49ers?
That's all I got. Just wanted to support the show, guys.
All right, appreciate it, man. You have a good night.
See you, Bestie.
Oh, God. How you feeling, Guns?
That was surprising. I was surprised. TV.
Oh, yeah, that was great. That was great. Let's see here. I'll kick it.
Yeah, as we wait, man. Like I was saying, I was addressing Christen. What did you say? The lack of talent. Yeah. So as far as the lack of talent, we have teams that are doing better with worse. I mean, that's always an argument. Of course, I agree that we still do need some talent. Yeah, that's always been good.
Right on Natty says Al Golden, he's not enjoying his time in Cincinnati. But we got Music Make Me High. How's it going, Music?
Hey, what's going on, fellas, man? I always enjoy some USC talk. I always enjoy it.
Appreciate
but,
it.
Like I was saying, man, Lynn has done an okay job to me. I probably would have went a different route when this thing first started. But what I'm kind of scared of is that we'll lose some of those position coaches. I probably know that Dog work gonna go with him, and maybe the cornerbacks coach and the linebackers coach. So USC needs to make a bigger impact on the defensive end. I think the offense is fine with Jay Mayava returning and all the weapons we'll have. I think Lincoln Riley will be fine on offense. It's just the defense needs to tighten up, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't know if I can see Coach Henne going to Penn State. I mean, he could, if he leaves, I can see Henne going back to the NFL, or maybe I don't know. I don't think he'd go back. I don't think he'd go to the Midwest. He definitely maybe go down to the SEC. Maybe go to LSU or something if they'll have him. But I couldn't see him following Lynn to Penn State, because I don't think he's going to take too kindly to that cold weather out there.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes money make you move, though.
True. But I'm sure an SEC school would definitely love to, especially Louisiana schools or the Southeast, the SEC schools would not want him to be poaching players again from Louisiana or Georgia. So I'm sure they would try to scoop him up if they had the chance.
Yeah, as far as coaches leaving, man, I wouldn't be, based on things that I've heard, I wouldn't be so sure that that's what would happen. There's some guys I think would be able to retain, just based on some things that I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like And like I said before, man, just at the end of the day, it's really the defensive side of the ball. And like I said, Ryan Brown, he did not a very good job because Eric Gentry last year was a beast. And I forgot the coach's name that was there. He was from North Dakota State. He went to Yeah, he did a really good job with Gentry last year. It seems like Gentry just fell off kind of around the end of the year and stuff like that. I know he had like a bunch of injuries and stuff like that, but he didn't have that fire like he did last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just like I was saying before in the comments, man, I put all my trust in Chad Bowden. Whatever he gonna do, he's made goals since he's been at USC. So I'm quite sure he'll make another great hire, when that time comes. So if Lynn leaves, good luck to him on this journey. But like I said before, in Chad I trust.
All right, yeah, really appreciate it. Appreciate the call there.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Have a good night. All right, and we got Mr. B. Jenks. How's it going, B. Jenks?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
We're doing fine. How about yourself?
Yeah. So if Lynn does leave, and I know that's been a hot topic, I know a few people that don't like him around. I think, his defense has made strides. He definitely makes those adjustments in the second half, right? The point that the players that we picked up in the portal along that D-line just didn't pan out. So I think he went with the players who he trusted, even though he had to play them out of position, if that makes sense. But here's the thing, though. If he does leave, and I know it would satisfy some people, he's going to take some people with him. We're going to lose some people. We're going to lose some coaches, more than likely, and some players. Contrary to popular belief, a lot of some of those players on the defensive side of the ball joined on because of Lynn. I know one or two in particular. So, players that we actually like. So, just keep in mind, you got to get that new DC the opportunity to bring his own staff, because that's what he's want to do. He's going to want to bring in some coaches that he trusts. So, you have to be careful about what we're asking for, because you can end up losing more than what you are anticipating, which could set us back also. Next season is going to be a defining season for Lincoln Riley. So I don't think we want to do anything too drastic that's going to set us back any further than what we are right now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it definitely. I don't know if Doug Belk would leave with him, and same with DB's coach. That coach
Reed. You talk about Reed.
Yeah.
Coach Reed.
Yeah, I don't think they would leave. I don't think they really had the strongest connection with him, really. But I could see Henny wanted to leave, and Rob.
Right, and maybe even Coach Newell. You just not know, because you don't know who you're going to get in, right?
Yeah.
And again, you're going to have to give that new DC, whoever they bring in, you have to give them the latitude to bring in their own coordinators. Are the coordinators gonna want to use the players that we have currently on the roster that's coming in? He might be looking at a totally different direction. And now we're looking at losing players that came in because of Henny, that came in because of Lynn, that came in because of Rob Ryan. So we got to be careful what we're asking for, because it could actually set us back a lot further than what we are now. I think we're so close as a squad. Any little, hiccup could, put us back set us back another 2 to 3 seasons. Is the fan base going to be willing to be patient enough to wait another 2 to 3 seasons if we start losing coordinators, which will eventually lead to us losing players?
You're right, B. James, but that's what makes me so upset, because we're so close, man. Here we go, another year we got to deal with these type of rumors.
Yeah. Right. Well, anytime. Well, here's the thing, B. Jones. If you got coordinators on your team and don't nobody want them, they're not any good. So of course we're going to deal with the rumors. True. Yeah.
Them wanting him is fine. But him entertaining, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah. Him entertaining. A lot of times, it could be the point that they're trying to get more money. You got to look at it's a lot of money being tossed around. So you're looking at the amount that they're paying out to these players, and these coaches feel like, okay, well, look, I want some of this money that's being tossed around too. So they're looking at getting contract extensions A lot of times these coordinators are on year-to-year deals because they could be gone next season too. The only definite holdover would be who? The head coach. He's the only one more than likely with more than a 3 or 4 year deal. The majority of coordinators are on 1 and 2 year deals. So if I'm a hot commodity and I'm looking to up my salary, I'm gonna let the rumors linger around too. If I'm looking to get more money, no coach really wants to keep relocating his family, especially if you got young kids, because you have to remember they have to take their kids out of school. They don't want to keep doing that, but if they can get more money, why not get more money in the process? You understand what I'm saying? Makes sense, right?
Last year, weekends.
Yeah, we did that last year. Yeah, and I got.
So we made him one of the highest paid DCs in the nation last year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I agree with it. We never know, what's going on behind closed doors. A lot of times, the coach holds Lincoln Riley holds everything close to the vest, to keep things from getting out. Of course, I'm sure that he don't want to be looking for another defensive coordinator. Like I said, everything hangs in the balance. Heading to next season, here we are heading into a bowl game, and we don't know how many players we're going to have, that has experience, let alone now we got to worry about a DC. So it's a good thing that Riley does have Chad Bolton to kind of take a lot of that pressure off of his shoulders, and not have to worry about that. But anytime you lose a DC like that, you can best believe that you're going to lose some players and some coordinators behind it, because they're going to go with them too.
Yeah. All right. Well, B. Jenkins, you know what? We'll bring in your co-host here. We got Christen in here, so I'm sure Chris might have something to say to you.
Hey, I want to, before Chris chime in, Guns, man, I'm still waiting on you to come by the show, man. What's going on with you?
Guns, are you there?
I am here.
There you go.
B. James is asking you when you're going to be swinging
When
by
you
the
going to stop by the show, man?
What was the question? Sorry?
When you going to stop by the show?
Oh, stop by?
Yeah, when you coming by the show?
Yeah, you guys, when you guys going tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll be on tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, I'll get on.
All right.
All right, Christen.
Man, you ain't have to call my boy Guns out like that in front of everybody. You bullied that man into saying tomorrow. Nah, but I was gonna say, because I know a lot of people said if Lynn go, we gonna lose recruits, this and this. I look at it like this: we have 4 of the top 12 recruiters in the country on staff, and none of them named Deontay Lynn. So recruiting would be fine, right? We got 4 of the top 12 recruiters in the nation on our staff, and none of them is named Deontay Lynn. So we'll definitely be fine. 2, I don't think he's going nowhere. I was saying earlier in the chat, I was trying to tell you, he's like 5th on Penn State list. So I knew he wasn't going to Penn State, right? But another thing is, I know a lot of people have issues with Lynn, right? But, I mean, the numbers and what we see on the field speaks for itself. The defense is nowhere where we want it to be. But if you look, he's been there 2 years, and each year the defense has took a big jump, right? It went from 111 to 77. Now it went from 77 down to 43 total defense, giving up less points, more sacks this year, turnovers, etc. So the defense has gotten better every year, and yet they're still building the defense out to the players that they want to recruit and get those players in. We see they can recruit, and we see the players in their freshman year that came in their class, what they look like and what they can do. So I'm not ready just to jump off the ship yet. I know people say, well, especially me, with this, how bad the rush defense was. I was saying it all year, Brian knows. As well, the first half defense. And they're like, oh, well, he liked to wait till the second half to make adjustments. But, Brian, wasn't I saying every week? Schematically, I'm not seeing much of a difference from the first half to the second half. What I'm saying in the second half is that players who were in position in the first half that didn't make the play start making the plays in the second half. And so scheme-wise, it's not like he has a problem with scheme or that his play design or play calling is off. The biggest gap seems to be, can you get these guys ready to play and play 4 quarters? Or do you got to go in at halftime and chew them out or whatever you're doing? How to get these guys to come out and play like they play in the second half and the first half and be focused and make those plays.
Yeah. But yeah, like you're absolutely right. Things have gotten better each and every year. So, and he probably came into a really good situation when he was at UCLA, and so now he's getting more of his guys. His coaches or his assistant coaches are getting their guys. So I feel like we kind of gave that kind of leniency to Lincoln at first, like waiting for him to get his guys rather than being with Clay Helton's guys. And so at this point, he's had like a really great off season when it comes to recruiting. So we'll definitely have to see what's going on. And I know B. Jones just doesn't like the fact that he's flirting with other schools and all that stuff. Like we're catching him cheating on us with flirting around. But
I mean, I get it, right? Yeah. I get it. Like if you're gonna be here, I get how you feel.
Be here.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I agree with you earlier, Chance, though, Blackiechainz, where you said, well, if you're going to leave, don't make it a lateral move. Make it for a head coaching position. That you can stomach better, than, okay, I'm going to leave here and go to Penn State or wherever for another defensive coordinator position. That, to me, that doesn't make sense, especially if you're one of the highest paid, coordinators in college football. But I'm going to push back away from my running mate a little bit. He is somewhat of a recruiter also, because he's the reason why Cam Crawford is at USC.
Yeah,
I would argue that.
And that's a fact.
No, not exactly.
Well,
here on this show, that was Coach Simmons that got Cam here.
That is true. But hey, okay, I definitely want to get our next guest in here, but I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go so we can go ahead and get Mitchell in here. So really appreciate it, B. Jenkins and Christen, but we'll go ahead and get Mitchell in here, guys. Okay.
All right.
Appreciate it, man.
Mitchell.
All right, Mitchell, how's it going, Mitchell?
How we doing, guys?
Good. How about yourself?
Good.
Hello?
So, what are your thoughts? Like, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Oh God.
Let's check your microphone settings on here.
Hello?
Yep. Can you hear us?
I can't hear anything. What's going on with this audio?
I don't know. We can hear you.
Hello, fight on.
Fight on.
Hear you.
I don't know what's going on with your microphone settings, but it's okay. It's okay, Mitchell. You can leave and come back if you need to. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Let me see if I can check your microphone settings here. No, it looks like.
Hello.
Hey, can you hear us? Yeah. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh. Anyway.
Oh.
No worries, Mitchell. If you're in the chat, hop in the chat and we can talk that way. But all right. Well, I mean, I guess we can end on that here, guys. Any last words you want to say about anything that we've talked about today before we get out of here?
Yeah, I misspoke, man. I said Simmons, but I meant Roy Manning.
Oh wait, let's see if Mitchell can get in here. Can you hear us?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
There we go.
I'm still in the 20th century. Fight on. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, man. How's it going? What do you want to talk about?
Okay, I'll make it quick. I like the 3 tight ends. I was pissed that Walker Lyons left. What
Yeah.
we do with Joey Olsen. And I like the 3 incumbent wide receivers, and I like Tanuk and Williams. Do we have to get another wide receiver? Because I'd rather have another defensive guy. And I think that's all I got. Thanks for taking my call and everything.
No worries.
And
Appreciate it, man.
have a nice holiday.
All right, fight on.
Fight on, right? Fight on is right. Thank you.
All right, appreciate it, Mitchell. Appreciate the call. But yeah, like, do you think we need another wide receiver then, if with the receivers that we have right now, or should we try to go for like a player like Nick Marsh or whoever may jump in? Like Nick Marsh is definitely he's a proven receiver, and he's probably a really physical receiver that we may not currently have right now. But what are you guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I think we need a proven, experienced guy. We have a lot of youth in our receiver room. We need a little more veteran leadership in that room.
Yes. Oh, we got Paulie. We got Mr. Paulie Walnuts. How's it going, Paulie?
Hey, you're listening, guys. I just caught the tail end of it, but man, I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to you guys. Wishing all of you nothing but the best, man. And one thing really quickly though, I wanted to chime in here. Hold on. I got the TV on in the background, but anyway, this is crazy, man. How college football is just changing right before our eyes right now, man. It's like an NFL. We need to come to the conclusion that these guys are professional athletes now, man. There's wheeling and dealing going on. There's stuff going on, free agent type signings. You know what? I'm sorry, but you're not going to cut it next year. You're better off going to another school, and then we're going to go ahead and sign this free agent off the portal. Dude, it is insane. I never thought it'd ever get to this point. And the days of your daddy's Trojans are over, man. That's it, buddy. No more of those kind of like connections. You could still build them with the players, but more than likely, man, I mean, we're lucky to keep guys 4 years now, so it's just changed a lot, man. But I'm not blown away with some of the transfers that have happened. But one thing I can say is I would like to have another veteran presence there at the wide receiver spot, a guy that's kind of had some action. Marsh would be perfect, or Holman, or whatever his name is from Auburn. I don't know if you want to go like elite, like number one type guy, or do you want to bring a guy in with some experience? But I really do I trust in the process. I really think our department with Chad Bowden and the staff and the coaching staff that we have now, Lynn's not going anywhere. He's going to stay. Even if he did go, whatever, I want us to be a stable program where guys leave and we can just replace them right away with the next man up, kind of like Alabama with Saban, and with Sarkisian, and every guy would leave that had put another one right in there. But man, it's just sad to see Jacoby go. I felt he needed another year just to kind of mature a little bit, kind of just figure things out. But I wish him the best. But the Devin Tompkins one, you know what? Sad to see him go. But I think he'd be better off, and he knows it too, that, these young kids are coming up. We're looking, you look at Wingfield and you look at Tui or Tupo, whatever. Those guys are ready to play now, man. So we got some really good players coming in. I'm excited. I don't want to hold it up any longer, man. I got to get back to it. But I just really wanted to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, man. All right?
Appreciate it.
Happy holidays, Paulie.
Appreciate it, man. Fight on, and Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, man.
Quick update on the Lynn situation. So apparently there's no media availability at all this week. So it's not just specific to Lynn. So, yeah.
Yeah. What about Omarion Miller from CU?
I like it. I mean, he had 808 yards receiving it with a bad quarterback.
He's worth the look, yeah.
Yeah, like he's definitely a deep ball threat kind of guy.
Yeah, I like him. I like obviously Nick Marsh. We all talked about. Another one who I don't think is talked about a lot is J.C. Brown, Kansas State wide receiver. He's got some experience as well. A little bit smaller than Omarion and Nick, but dude's a speedster, so worth a look, Yeah.
So. Definitely. All right. Anything else we want to talk about before we get out of here? All right. Well, let's go ahead and get out here. We'll be back on Sunday. We got a special guest coming in on Sunday, so be ready to see that. We're going to be tapping in with some parents of future Trojans coming in, so definitely be on the lookout for that. He's definitely he's an OG recruit parent, so be on the lookout for that. But until next time, guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Keep the torch burning bright. As always, fight on.
Bye on.